Good evening, ladies and gents. This is Ninja Eskimo coming back to you with Operation Expanding Horizons, Turn 5 for the Kingdom of Italy. We're gonna start things off by rolling for some tech. We've already advanced to Stage 2 on Improved Construction. Let's try to pair that with some advanced subs. Help our German allies out. We get a 9. So that is a success. Excellent, excellent. We have, for Italy, purchase of 2 colonial infantry and a militia. For a cost of 10 out of 10. We'll clear that up. And as we mentioned in housekeeping, there's a declaration of war that has been made at the very end of the French player turn to time it so that they pick up full income at the end of their turn. It does so happen that they also get a additional French Foreign Legion that shows up. That is rather unfortunate for the Germans if they are going to go into Paris itself, but we'll see. We've got a few different movements marked out in red, and I've made all of these army groups and air wing groups and naval groups semi-transparent just so we can see what the borders are a little better on all these African territories. We can start off with moving a coastal sub to do some raiding. We're also going to move these coastal subs. Well, they're just not going to move, but the second fleet will move here to attack this French destroyer. It will be joined by a seaplane. This TBD here in the second will actually fly over here along with the air wing of the 15th. We'll put this down on the battle board. Pardon me, I was just looking at the feasibility of attacking the Red Sea and decided it was probably against my better interest as Italy. Yes. Got a battleship, a heavy cruiser, light cruiser, destroyers, and a seaplane, which will just take a hit, I believe, if this destroyer is successful at returning fire. But that's the big battle. We do have... I suppose I should get these out. We do have a few different walk-ins. Alright, this group is going to Sudan with the intention of blitzing these units. The 109th is going to Nubia. The 108th is going to Western Egypt. Yeah. I initially looked at this and I'm like, I bet, given some luck, I could actually win this fight. And then I'm like, oh wait, there's the entire 4th that's additional to that. That sucks. So we're not going to pursue that. We are going to pursue destruction of a French medium bomber while it's possible, so it doesn't become Free French and cause all kinds of havoc later. Yes. These will be raiding. I suppose I should get a few of those out. Raider, raiding. Raiding subs. Raiding sub. And we do have another raiding sub. Move 1, 2 down here to raid there. And we want to kill so much British income. It would be great. It would be glorious. White lines are designating some non-combat movements, but we are actually pursuing a main thrust here into southern France. I thought perhaps my first strike would come elsewhere, and so my Air Force is down here instead of in Sardinia or Italy, where it can, like, maneuver. So I'm very sad that they're going without any air support, but that is the way of things. No, we don't want that, but we can just do those in preparation for obvious victory here. Although, now I'm thinking about it. Now, I believe when it says no blitzing into or out of mountain, desert, jungle, marsh, or tundra, I believe that means I can't be in Tanganyika, blitz into Belgian Congo, and out into, like, Cameroon. I can't go 1, 2. But I believe I can be in mountains here and be at the border as the combat movements begin from, and go 1, 2. If that is not the case, please correct me and let me know. I'm still going to be taking this combat rather than going down and fighting in Rhodesia. As tempting as it was, I'm still going to be going for Sudan with these boys. Yes. So the 108th, 109 are all set. I can actually get rid of a few things here. This is on the move, and those are for later. We've moved our mini sub. We've moved our big fleet. We've designated the raiding there and the raiding here. And the participation in combat. Although it is up for debate whether it really is necessary for a combat, we're just going to do it. I got 3 mini subs that are raiding on this one line, so hopefully they'll max that out, and then the seaplane can just absorb a hit if it's necessary against that escorting French destroyer. Excuse me. We did move the TBD there, and the 15th Air is here. This boy is there, and he's ready to go do some things. We've moved these over here. Okay, that should be all the Italian things that I've got planned for this turn. The outbreak of war. Let's do some of those. We need some D6s. Let's see. We can make brown and yellowish, kind of teal, not teal, yellowish tan for the Commonwealth. And we'll raid. That is a complete block. It's very sad. We will conduct the raid after this attack. So this attack will go forward. We can do sets there for those as well. Let's go have some fun. So I believe we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. One of these, one of these, one of these, versus one in response. He doesn't shoot, but he can absorb a hit if necessary. And it will be necessary. And he is dead, singularly dead, from one destroyer. Very interesting then. Alright, so the seaplane does die, as does the destroyer for the French. But we survive unscathed with our fleet, which was the purpose. The second fleet is thereby amazing and awesome and intact. Let's conduct some raiding then, now that the defender on escort is gone. Let's just roll here in Algeria. So the top to top and bottom to bottom, this is a +1, so 6 to 3 is 3, and 6 to 5 is 1, which is a total of 4. We'll see if we can max out the line. +1 is 5. We don't max it, but we did hit pretty darn close to max. And we will position those hits there, this hit there. Take 5 off of the Crown Brits, which is great. Don't want them doing extra things. Okay. I guess so as not to clog up this space, I'll just leave those on, and those I can copy later. Alright. Then we've got that attack, this attack. Let's do this one. We've got, I believe, yeah, we can bring this over. We don't need a battlefield for that. 2 of these, 1 of these, and 1 of these versus a medium bomber on defense. Should be a 4. He hits. There's a fighter and a tactical bomber hit. So the TBD was necessary, but the medium bomber is gone. They return to being the 15th. Alright, so the big question here is, will this attack succeed? Let's try to grab some transports as the Italians. First round is in a mountain territory, which I believe, because this Moroccan Gaumier, he's a mountain infantry, I believe, according to this. Yeah, the Moroccan Gaumier. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. He's counts as a mountain infantry, so he will defend at a 5 on round 1. And the Senegalese, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. He's just a regular 3-4 infantry. So we've got a 4, a 5, and 3 2s. But we want to capture that transport. Miss. Miss, 1 hit. Okay. So 1 cav is dead. I think it's worth moving up to the 3s for the second round. He goes down to a 4 because it is no longer mountain territory. It's just regular open plains. So this attack is not looking great, but we'll see if we can win anyway, or knock something out for the Germans. 1 for 1. I did not ask him which one he wants to lose, so that's unfortunate. He is a 3-4, but he is a mountain. Right now, they're the same stats, so it doesn't matter which one is lost. One of these is dead, as is one of these. And if they both die to Italian cavalry, then all will be well. Ooh, that's very sad. Alright, so Italian cav is dead. One of these boys survives, and we can ping Von Dox and see which one he wants to survive with. We'll just make that note for now. And I suppose we could ping Von Dox quickly and see if he's there. Alright, sent him a message. Should hear back from him soon. Yes. Now, let's land the 15th. 1, 2, 3 after moving 1, so it's a total of 4. We're gonna go to Sardinia. Yes, so this air transport will go 1, 2, 3, and I think rather than coming back to Tobruk like I had planned, we're going to go north. For 5. We've got 2 infantry, 1 mountain, 1 regular that will rail up there to northern Italy. Oh, as another minor note, I guess this save didn't have the Yugoslavian cavalry that it should, so I fixed that, added those in. And that should be it with regards to all of the non-combat movements as well. Oh, sorry, before that, hey, let's have this battle here. It's 2 light armor and 1 colonial infantry attacking across a river, I believe. So, from Roundel to Roundel is across a river, starting from the border here. So it'll be at a -1 on this first round, but we just have to win in 2 in order to start blitzing. So we'll roll these at a 2 despite them being a 3, and we'll roll him at a 1 despite him being a 2. We do have 1 at 4, which I believe is the correct defense for the Sudanese defense boy. Yes, he's a 3-4 normally, but we will try to wipe him out. It's a miss by him. There's a total miss over there. These now move up because we're across the river. That is a hit and a miss. So victory is the Italians in Sudan. I'm going to believe blitzing is 2 rounds or less. Lasted 2 rounds or less. Sufficient remaining movement, yes. Alright. Then they therefore go into Chad and Obangwechari. I don't know if I'm saying that right, so apologies for people that are from there if I mispronounced that. The Sudan Defense Force is his own special dude, which I will throw back over here because he's dead but can be remade later. Sudan Defense Force. I guess there's 2 of them? I don't know. Okay. We'll stick that guy there. But yes, Italy has struck, and that should be +5 to the US. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should be wartime for Great Britain, for Anzac, for France, for FEC, yes, these 3, him, should all be set. I believe that was the button to hit in order to get everybody at where they should be. Yes, because Great Britain. Does not yet own this, however. I don't actually recall if Poland is immediately British or not. If it's somebody other than Germany. Alright, there we go. If Poland is not controlled by a major power, it immediately aligns with Germany as soon as Great Britain is at war with a major power. So, Great Britain is now at war with a major power, and we'll grab some things there. If we right click custom, then we can do this. And then copy, copy, delete those. And copy 1, And that should immediately be all of Poland's stuff. Excellent. So yes, Great Britain is at a 26 there. It's really unfortunate, but it sort of had to be done. Because we want to maximize German war gains by killing France. So, I believe that should be everything for the Kingdom of Italy. They went in, they went in. Everything is looking pretty peachy for them at the moment. I will qualify that, at the moment. It's very sad that we didn't get in there. But if he gets back to me, then I can choose which one he loses. Not choose, but I can destroy the one that he wants to destroy and have that go off the board for him to regain post-haste. That is the Kingdom of Italy, turn 5. We are now going to move to the collection phase because I believe we've got a med free of Allied warships, because import does not count for the med. That should be... I don't think that this is... yeah, that's the French. The med is no ships is true. Gibraltar, Suez, Mediterranean. I don't own Gibraltar or the Suez. Gibraltar, Egypt. Import does not count, yes. Alright. Declares war on British Commonwealth or France, is full production for those, +5 for the US, so we accomplished that. And nothing for the USSR. What a pity. So that should be a total of 12 plus 2 is 14 cash. And place some things. We've got an Italian colonial, and militia, which I am tempted to have go into Tobruk. But I think is probably best served going here to Italian Somaliland. Very tempted. Alright. We'll save there and pass it off to KMT USA, turn 5 in Operation Expanding Horizons. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.